away. Phil licked his lips and he started following me. So I jogged. So Phil sped up a little too. I had to get rid of Phil. All he wanted was to suck the molasses off of my hair, and I began to sprint. My whole life I had been under the impression that I could outrun a fat-ass walrus, but that proved to be a false impression as I felt Phil gain upon me. I saw a steep hill ahead. I decided I could lose him if only I could make it. I did. With Phil only inches away, I dove into the air, landed on my chest. I hit the ground hard and immediately picked up so much speed it made my eyes blur. I got even colder as the wind whipped my face. It made my eyes bleed and froze the walrus spit to my head and invaded my nostrils and froze my boogers and forced my mouth open and numbed my tongue and shattered my ears and made me gasp. I was afraid to look behind me. I was afraid to see Phil. I woke up in the middle of crashing through the wall of a building of some sort. I went through the wall, fell down the stairs, and hit my funny bone on something that made a cool funk when I hit it. Sounded kind of like... Yeah. I came to rest. I was no longer in motion. I was numb. I was frozen numb. I was lost. I was possibly an unwelcome guest / wrecking ball, and on top of it all, I couldn't see shit. I'm blind, I thought to myself. Wait, maybe it's just dark in here. I shouldn't jump to conclusions, was the following thought. So I sat up slow. I took off my gloves and I felt around in front of me. I felt buttons on the wall. And I felt a smooth door. An elevator! I pushed a button. Nothing happened. I pushed another and I heard a beep. And the box in front of me lit up. And it began counting out 60 seconds. It wasn't an elevator at all. I had been fooled by a microwave next to a coat closet. At least I'm not blind, I said aloud to comfort myself once again. There were 45 seconds left on the microwave, and I looked around the room. I saw a light switch on the other side of the room, and there were 36 seconds left on that microwave. My numb legs carried my body over to the switch, and I flipped the switch. The lights came on in the room with 23 seconds left to spare on the microwave. Somebody's really nice rec room. Pool table, foosball, ping pong, mini fridge, and they even had a pinball machine. The microwave dinged. I knew that I had been there at least 60 seconds. If nobody has come down here yet, then nobody's home, I muttered. I should have looked around for signs of life. I should have gone to a phone. I should have figured out who I was and how far off course escaping from Phil would put me. But something about that pinball machine wouldn't let me look away. There was a basket of quarters next to it. So I helped myself and slid in 2 quarters, and it lit up like a child's face on Christmas. It made cheerful noises like a robot circus. I loved it. I had to get away from it. It was so much fun. It was wasting time. I couldn't tear myself away from it. What's wrong with me? Are you enjoying my pinball machine? Asked an elderly woman's voice. I wanted to turn around and see who it was, but I couldn't tear my face away from the pinball behind me, and I still didn't know what she looked like. She sounded pretty old. I pictured her as Betty White in my mind's eye. She slipped a hand into my back pocket, and she removed my wallet. I didn't do anything about it because I was so addicted to this damn pinball machine. Don't worry, she said. I just want to see who you are. I couldn't tell what she was doing. I assumed she was looking at my driver's license. I had one for every state except Minnesota.